What's happening, everyone? Dan Lawless, West Ham fan, TV, and I'm here with a big opposition preview with my guy Tapping Tobes. It is good to see you, my friend, today. It's very good to see. How you doing?
I'm not doing great. I'm not doing great. I think you know why I'm not doing great, but I'm sure there will be hopefully a smile on my face come Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening.
Well, we're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna get into that for sure. But first, I just want to indulge me a second. Can you just indulge me? I just want to show you something. I just want to play that, right? Just give me a second.
Nobody here is going to be surprised if West Ham get dumped out of the next round. Nobody.
It was
Who you
Sevilla a
got?
good team.
Who you got in the next round?
Sevilla.
Sevilla. So you're going up against a side who are second in La Liga. Yeah, you're going up a side who have won the Europa League three times in the past probably 6 or 7 years, managed by Lopetegui as well. They're flying right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're really asking, why can't West Ham win it? You're not going to win it because you're not going to knock out Sevilla. They're a better side than you.
Okay. But
exactly.
If we win that game, what are you going to say? What will you say
if you win that tie? Then I'll take what we're saying here more seriously.
Are you taking what we're saying more seriously? Are you taking us more seriously? So those were your comments. West Ham are not beating Sevilla. We're not knocking Sevilla.
Yeah, I'll take you a little bit more seriously. It's like last season. I remember I didn't take you seriously until like maybe the last 3-4 months of the season, where I was like, oh shit, they're actually going to finish in the top 6. And yeah, I've painfully had to acknowledge that you lot are a good side now. But despite what you did last night, I still don't think you're going to win the competition. I still give you no chance to win the competition. But honestly, kudos to you, because knocking out Sevilla is no easy feat. Like, by all accounts, they would have been probably top 3 teams that you'd expect to go on and win the damn thing. So knocking them out and creating so many, because I was watching the game last night in the background whilst I was watching the Big Six. And I think you lot 1000% deserved the result. I think, to be honest, Sevilla, they could have put the tie to bed at their ground, but same way, I think you lot had a couple of chances at their ground that you didn't take as well. So yeah, I think, to be honest, yesterday, I think Sevilla were fortunate that it went into extra time in the first place, and they had nothing. They had no answer. And yeah, well done. Congrats. You lot enjoyed your big night out in Europe. That's your first big scalp in Europe. So enjoy it, man. It feels good, right?
Yeah, it does, man. It does. Fair play. It feels good. Obviously, quick shout out to Dan Potts and the lead judges, obviously, for that footage. But yeah, man, it feels good. And I think Sevilla, they tried to come and park the bus. They tried to sort of do the Atletico, what they did to Man United, and yeah, they just invited us on. We creating all sorts of chances. We look like at the moment we were just gonna throw it away by the chances we were missing, but it was just crazy. No Bowen, obviously Obona's been out, no Soufal, Antonio weren't 100%, Creswell weren't 100%. It was just, it was a crazy night. Obviously, I know you guys have had your nights. You had I think it was the Dortmund. Was it the Dortmund or was it Ajax? The comeback for you guys. Ajax. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you got to be there or not, but like them European nights, man. I'm still exhausted now. I'm tired. But that was the argument. So okay, I said we're not the favourites to win it. I'm not saying that, but the argument was, can West Ham win the Europa League?
No,
can we?
You can't.
You can't still. Listen.
No.
Sevilla are above Barcelona in the La Liga.
Yep.
They're above them. They were favourites. Sevilla were the favourites, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we beat Lyon. Okay. Do you think we'll beat Lyon?
I think you will beat Lyon over 2 legs, yeah.
Okay. And then we go to the semi where we can get either Frankfurt or Barcelona. That's the 2 teams we could potentially face in the semis. Now, obviously, Barca have to get past Frankfurt. They just about got past Galatasaray.
Yeah, watch that. But they should have. But similar to you, they had tons of chances. They should have hammered. They should have hammered Galatasaray, and they should have beat Galatasaray. To be honest, the tie should have been over in the first leg. It's a new look Barcelona under Javi. It's a Barcelona side with a lot of pace. Still the same defensive frailties, but they got a lot of pace and much more firepower going forward now. So listen, it's stubbornness. Stubbornness is what's not making me back down. And now I'm just praying to God that like a miracle doesn't happen and West Ham don't win it. Because if they do, I'm never gonna live this down in the eyes of West Ham fans. But yeah, I still don't think West Ham are gonna win this competition. And maybe I'll change it from 0% chance to, I don't know, 20% chance of winning it there.
Okay, we'll take that. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. It's a crazy sort of, but we'll also see what happens Sunday.
Yeah.
And now, what a time for this derby to this game to roll round. Really, like just after we have this huge game, and then it's like we don't even get a chance to fully enjoy it. So a few days later, now we're coming down to your ground, where both of us obviously are trying to chase top 4, 5 European football, whatever. The race is tight. How you feeling about the game?
Spurs have to win. Like, I don't think we're gonna get top 4, but like this is one of those like non-negotiable games. I'm not even looking I'm not looking at this fixture and thinking like, maybe if we lose this, like we have to win this. Not even a point is enough. We have to win. Don't care what Arsenal's result is. Don't care what Man United's result is. We have to win, because when we've come up against sides around us in the past, our record this season is actually pathetic. Wolves are the only team that we've taken points of. And even then, Wolves are the only team taking points. And even then, they beat us at our ground. We lost to you at London Stadium. We lost to Arsenal at the Emirates. We lost to Man United both home and away. We need to start beating teams around us. I hate when people talk us up to be top 4 favorites or top 4 challengers when, one, we can't even beat the teams around us, and two, we've not even been in the 4th spot. You've been in 4th spot this season. Arsenal have been in 4th spot. Man United have been in 4th spot. We've not been in 4th spot the whole season. So we have to win on Sunday. Like, I'm not thinking of anything other than a win.
I don't know how to feel about this game. It's mad. I mean, part of me that gives me a bit of confidence is your record. It's like win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. And Thursday, you won. So if the form keeps going and taking that pattern, it's looking like it might be a good day for West Ham. But yeah, we're going to come into this. Obviously, I don't know how the players are going to be, because we just played, a full 90 plus extra time in a big game. So you guys might have a bit of the energy and pace on us, really, and I think that's going to work in your favor. And Bowen will still be out, so that's the worry. Like where do you think like West Ham can really get at Tottenham?
The obvious set pieces. We're not good at defending set pieces. You're really good at scoring from set pieces. The aerial threat. I think that will be the biggest. That will be the biggest problem that you'll pose. It's not to say that you won't be able to play it around us as well, because I think even in the League Cup game we had, when we beat you 2-1 in the second half, it was all West Ham. Spurs were fortunate to actually finish that game with the win. You created like 1 or 2 openings that you didn't take. So karma suggests that maybe we might be in for a negative result on Sunday. But yeah, generally, I think the obvious one is the set pieces, man. The threat of Souček in the air, Antonio in the air, Craig Dawson in the air, Zuma in the air. Like, if we can contain your threat aerially, then I think that gives us a strong possibility to go on and win that game. But it's easier said than done.
Obviously, Kane and Son are like the big threats. They're obviously every team is worried about them. But I've been seeing, some stuff from you. Obviously, Patrick, Spurs fan as well, sort of saying about Son's come under quite a bit of criticism lately by the Spurs fans. Like, what's going on with Son?
He's just not playing well. He's not playing well, and you may look at the scoring charts and the assist charts and see that his stats are good, because his stats are really good. he has been able to maintain his stats this season, but his performances are just, they're not good enough. He's not contributing enough over the 90 minutes. I think the new system we play under Conte, the 3-4-3 system, he's often receiving the ball inside central areas as opposed to out wide. And I think when he's receiving the ball in central areas, he's having to do things that he's not good at doing, which is playing with his back to goal, cute, intricate build-up, cute, intricate play in sort of congested areas. He's not good at these things, and more often than not, he keeps losing the ball in precarious positions. Add to that the fact that from an impact perspective, outside of his goals, he's just not contributing enough. Like, he's not really working his opposing fullback. He's not really like bringing the fight to the opposition. He's not taking us forward really and truly. I know it probably sounds like ungrateful, but beyond the goals, as mad as it is to say, he's not offering much. But you just have to use foot. You just have to watch football with your eyes, not with the stats, and you'll see that there is a huge dip in form with Son. He's not playing well at all. At all, he's not playing well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's going to be music to a lot of our ears. But obviously, one guy, Harry Kane. Now, earlier in the season, obviously, when he was going on the goal drought, I was enjoying it.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. You were saying some nonsense about Antonio being better than Kane or something like that.
He was at that time for that period. For that he was then. But you know, I have to give it. He looks sort of reinvigorated. On Conte seems to finally got a tune out of him, and he seems to get him back to form. So, like, obviously, he's going to be a big impact. You expecting sort of big things from him on Sunday, being like your most important player.
Yeah, definitely. That's that. I think that sort of. I think him being fit, ready, and available sort of adds to my sort of Spurs. This is a must-win game for Spurs, and I think he's going to be the one that can seal a victory for us, because his record against West Ham at home is actually pretty good. You've never beaten us in all the home matches he's played, both cup and in the league. He's never been on the losing side in this fixture at our ground. He's never been. So, and in all of those fixtures, I think only like 2 of them he's not scored in. So the rest he's scored in. I think he might be one of the highest scorers of this fixture. So if there is an element of confidence from what I'm saying, he will play a big part in that, because I think he's in a good period right now. I think it's something like 11 goals in these last 13 appearances. He wants to finish the season strongly from an individual point of view and from a team point of view. And I think just the significance of this fixture, I think he'll be the difference.
Is he? So he's all forgiven now. Do you think like that's it? He's sort of accepted that he's staying at Spurs, or can you see him still try to leave?
Honestly, his future's in the air, man. I don't know what this means. I don't know what. I think Antonio Conte coming to the club has certainly helped ease some of the concerns he had, but I don't think they're gone completely. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if something happened in the summer and he left. I wouldn't be, because he's going to be 29 years old. He'll have 2 years left on his deal. The position is still the same. He wants to win things. The only change now is Spurs have brought in a so-called winner in Antonio Conte, but whether they back him, it remains to be seen. So for me, I don't think his future has been put to bed yet. I think there's still an air of uncertainty in terms of what he's going to do. So genuinely, I don't know. As long as he's
how you feeling about Conte's future? Because obviously, look, we had a bit of a debate on Lee Judge's TV about the context of his comments and if he's trying to leave or whatever. But generally, like, when you're looking at past this season, because he will probably at least see the season out, like, can you see him either leaving or giving an ultimatum to the board and saying, listen, if I don't get big funds now, I'm good? Like, how do you see his future panning out?
Again, up in the air. Like you said, I think he will definitely see the season out. Like, I never bought into those rumors that he's going to walk mid-season. I think that was rubbish. But summer, I don't think it's set in stone that Antonio Conte is going to be our manager, simply because of what you said. He's already issued the club with what he needs. He's come out multiple times and stated how we need to operate, the things we need to do, and so on and so forth. So the ball is in the club's court. We've tried the tepid approach where we go for the economically friendly option as opposed to the option that will actually get us over the line and get us in the position to compete. And it's not worked. So the ball is honestly in our court. It's listen, as maybe Spurs fans don't want to admit it because a lot of people are moaning. A lot of people don't like the fact that he moans. A lot of people don't like the fact that he's outspoken. Me, I don't care. Like I told you, I'm all for it because we've been in a position before where we've had managers who haven't spoken out. We've had regimes where Enoch have been allowed to do what they do give the manager insufficient funds to bolster the team and they give these managers handicaps in terms of the squads that they expect them to go ahead and compete with. So for me personally, his future is in the air. It's in our best interest to operate the way he wants us to operate, so he stays and we get better. If not, he will leave, and that might be the straw that breaks the camel's back with the ownership, with the current ownership anyway.
As a West Ham fan, I can only hope. But time will tell. I mean, who are the players that you're sort of most worried about for West Ham on Sunday? Like,
Declan Rice is one. It's taken me a while to sort of take to him as like this progressive midfielder. Like I've always liked Declan Rice. I remember his debut against us in the League Cup, or his League Cup debut. I can't remember. He was quality at centre back, and I thought, right, this guy's going to go on to be a really good centre back. Then he had a good season and a half in defensive midfield. And I was like, okay, yeah, now you're a defensive midfield, but I need to see more of the ball. And now this season, he's skipping past players. He's making way more progressive passes. I think he's going to be the biggest sort of danger man for me. And then after him, it will be probably our arch nemesis, Mikel Antonio. But yeah, those two are the ones that I worry about the most. I think Fornals will be in the game as well, as far as a goal threat and work rate. So we just got to look out for some of these players, man. Because as I said, above all, despite my hate, despite my criticism, the one thing I won't lie about is the fact that West Ham are actually a good side, whether it's in the air or on the ground. I think you're going to come to our ground and you're going to come with a positive mindset to win, and we just need to be wary of that.
Hopefully, there's another threat that can come potentially off the bench. Yarmolenko, 2 big goals in the week, and he can cap it off with a third and score the winner. That's going to be something to watch out for.
Can I ask a question then? So what, like, are your fans all of a sudden now back in love with him? Because I swear only like 3 months ago, you lot wanted him out the door. Am I wrong? You lot wanted him gone. And I'm not saying you didn't have justification for it, but I'm just saying has all been forgiven now because he's on this little mini run.
You know what? To me, there's nothing in terms of to forgive. He wasn't. When I looked at his performances, my issue was so much with Moyes bringing him on at these times over other players or taking, and it's just like in those moments he was coming onto the pitch week after week, not doing anything. So it's like why do we keep bringing him on if he's not doing anything? He didn't seem to have the legs to keep up with how we were playing. Like that injury he had, a couple of seasons ago, he was so good before that, and he just never seemed quite the same player. He's our highest paid player, which has put him under a lot of scrutiny. And we was hoping that we'd get to January and be able to replace and bolster, but he's still got that little bit of quality in him, even if he hasn't got the legs. He's got that experience. He's got that quality. So I don't know how I feel about if we offer him a new contract in the season. I'm not even thinking. I'm just thinking, let him keep doing this and get his name in the history books. But fair play to him. Like he's proved a lot of us wrong that he has still got something to offer.
Yeah, the tech will never go because that Yarmolenko. I've been following him since his Dortmund days as well. And the same issue at Dortmund was the similar issue at West Ham. Like the technical quality is never missing. If you get the ball to this guy in and around the final third, he'll work a goalkeeper. He's got a really good left foot, but his work rate off the ball has always been a problem. And then on top of that, he's just ridiculously injury prone. So in a nutshell, you have yourself this high maintenance player in terms of the amount that he's earning and in terms of the detractors that he's going to bring just for the fact that he can score the odd good goal here or there. Is it worth it? You have to balance it out. Is the money worth the fact that this guy is not going to play as much? He's not going to work as much as the rest of our team. And even his output is not enough to sort of justify the amount that he's earning.
I tell you what, hopefully he just continues to make the headlines on Sunday. Before we go, I'll push you for a prediction. So it's always nice. We get a nice bold prediction and we can come back and hopefully clip that up nicely if things go the other way.
Now you go first. Go on.
All right. You're gonna put up me. Oh, there's part of me. All right. So I'm going with my head, yeah, going head over heart, because my head kind of tells me 1-1. I can kind of see a draw, like a 1-1 draw. However, I think the positive momentum and the way the team's playing and the fact of the pattern of your form, win-loss, win-loss, can see us through. And I'm just going to stick my neck out and say 2-1 West Ham.
Okay. I can't even look at you sideways for predicting that because Spurs could easily lose on Sunday. But I'm going to go the opposite. I think Spurs will win this 2-1. I wanted to go 3-1, but I didn't want to. I felt like 3-1 would be a bit too.
I would have looked at you super sideways.
But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we score 3 because scoring hasn't been the issue at home to West Ham. It's keeping you lot out. That's been an issue. And yeah, I think that'll be a concern of mine on Sunday. But I think we'll have enough. I think the way I see it going is I think we'll score first. I think we'll score first and we'll take a 2-0 lead. And then I think we'll try and sit on that lead. And I think you'll score, get back into the game, and then hopefully we should be able to see it out. But yeah, I'm going for a 2-1 Spurs win. I'm going for a Harry Kane to bag. I don't know who I'm gonna tip to bag the second. I don't know. The second, maybe Son.
It's a shame you ain't got Gareth Bale to come on and help us get some goals, isn't it? If only.
Cool. Right.
Oh, mate. Well, Tobes, as always, it's a pleasure. Hopefully I'll be the one. But do you know what? Quickly on that game, I'll never forget when you were beaten 3-0 up. I had all these WhatsApps, right? You was messaging me, you was tweeting me everything, right? And I wasn't even looking. I just knew. I sort of looked at my phone right now. I'm not even looking at it right now. And then right at the end, it was beautiful.
Lanzini, yeah, cool.
Lanzini. So hopefully Lanzini can recreate that, but with a winner instead. Cool. But yeah, so big thanks to Tobes. Everyone go check out his channel. There is a preview on Tobes' channel with a combined 11, which is going to be fiery. So go and check that out. Leave your comments below and tell Tobes why he's wrong in the comments. So look at it, give him subscribe because you can keep up with his content, and obviously when Spurs lose, you can enjoy it there. So. But yeah, always a pleasure, mate. And I would say good luck for the season, but I wouldn't mean it. But good luck with your channel. I wish you all the success off the pitch rather than on the pitch.
Cheers, bro. Cheers.